I think before we start this presentation, I think we should tell them the truth. We should. All right, here's the truth. The truth is, I, as of yesterday, am trying to quit eating cereal at night. It's my vice. I got a lot of vices, but in terms of weight management, cereal at night. That's 400 calories a night. I didn't have a bowl of cereal last night. I watched a movie called American Fiction. It was excellent, based on a novel called Erasure. And so I enjoyed it. I went to bed, man, with no cereal. I didn't freak out. Sometimes at night I really want that cereal. It's a baby thing. I don't want to be a baby. I'm trying to grow up. That's really weird saying that at 62. Anyways, this is a channel where we mostly talk about watches. I did play a piano piece that I wrote about the three-fingered witch. I apologize for making a video that wasn't about watches. Deep apologies. Now that I've gotten my cereal thing out of the way, just give me your moral support. I'm going to try not eating cereal at night. I'm trying to live in the higher channel of discipline. And what other watch notes before I get on today's presentation? 10 things I'd like to do to change my watch habits. Well, I'm going to Cabo. I'm going to Cabo in the summer, and I was looking for maybe a beater watch. By the way, this is an SPP 147. I feel guilty because I don't wear it enough. But every time I wear it, it makes me smile, makes me happy. But I got 7 watches. But anyways, and I was thinking of getting a G-Shock for my trip to Cabo. And you guys love your G-Shocks. You guys are telling me this, that, and the other thing. And I think the Square 5000 is probably the gold standard for that particular watch. But I was kind of going back between the Frogman, the $400 Frogman, and the $200 Rangeman. And I like the styling of the Frogman a little bit more. I like the asymmetrical look. Speaks to me. But I don't know, man. Mineral crystal for a $400 G-Shock. I think right now, as we speak, I'm leaning toward the Rangeman. $200, mineral crystal. Probably has everything I need anyway. And I went to Random Rob's channel. It's lighter. It's a lighter watch, significantly lighter. So that might be the way to go. Then the money I save, I can get another kettlebell for. I need a 22 kilogram kettlebell. It's like 48.8 pounds or something. I'm needing it for my kettlebell workouts. But anyways, I have 7 watches, and I don't know, man. 7 watches for me feels like a lot. 6 of them are mechanical. Man, whenever I have more than 6 mechanical watches, I feel like I'm a juggler, and I'm juggling fire torches. Flamed fire torches. It's just frenetic. And did you know a few years ago? Let's see, this was before the pandemic. This would have been 2018-ish. 2018. I tried to not have any mechanical watches. I just had Echo Drive and such. And it was boring. It was like I was just a cow chewing my cud. So that's the other extreme, trying to find a balance. And maybe, I don't know if I'm going to get a G-Shock or what. I mean, there's actually, about half a dozen watches I want to get. And on the other hand, part of me wants to get nothing. Kind of 7's kind of nice, and then have more time to wear this. So, all right, so here's what I want to talk about today. We're a bunch of broken watch collectors is what we are. And I was thinking about this. My wife, when she and her friends, they need to feel rejuvenated, they do this thing on Saturday. Let's call it Pamper-Me Saturday. And they get a pedicure, they get a facial, they get a massage. They go out for lunch, man, and she comes home so happy, glowing, and bonding with her friends, and I'm all mopey. She's like, what, man? How come I didn't have a Pamper-Me Saturday? I didn't have a Pamper-Me. And she goes, you go do it then. Come on, I'm not going to go with my friends to Pamper-Me Saturday. I don't want some stranger giving me a massage. It's disgusting. I don't want a facial. I don't want any of that stuff. But then I started thinking, I wouldn't mind having a ritual with my broken watch collector friends. If we were somehow transported away from social media and we met up in person, we had a meetup every month. Where would we go? I mean, we're not going to go to Supercuts. Does that still exist? I don't even know if that still exists. Supercuts. I'm bald, dude. Forget Supercuts. But I was thinking, man, we could go to a place, kind of like not a pedicure place, but a watch health place, you know? Here we are in salubrious 70-degree weather in Torrance. Let's go to a nice, healthy place where we can get therapy for our watch problems. There'd be like a watch guru who, we would bring our timepieces to get washed at this place. It would be spick and span, maybe even regulated. God knows this could be regulated. These all lose about 30 to 45 seconds a day when you're wearing them. More like a minute if you don't wear them. So good luck with that. So I was thinking, what would I do? What would I want to get done to me? What kind of makeover would I want as a watch collector? Because I consider myself the broken watch collector, and I want to use my Pamper-Me Saturday wisely. So here's some things I'd like to work on as a watch enthusiast. I would like to look at my what I call the end point of intoxication. Watches intoxicate me. I was looking at G-Shocks and Rangeman and the Frogman especially, and then I just got intoxicated, the weight of it. Should I get it with sapphire, mineral? What am I going to do in Cabo if I got the atomic setting to LAX? Is it going to search for it, not find it? Is it going to wear out the solar battery? Should I turn off the atomic? Should I switch over to Mexico? All these thoughts. I get intoxicated by all these thoughts. I go down these rabbit holes, and what's the end point, man? The end point's usually not good. If you can't stop the intoxication, at some point, it doesn't end well, man. There's a character in Crime and Punishment, man. He drinks a lot in the first couple chapters, and he's in a state of despair, and his second wife doesn't like him very much. Well, dude, you're spending all your money on alcohol, and things don't end well for him, man. What's the end point of my intoxication? Why doesn't my watch intoxication end? This infatuation with watches, man, it's so adolescent. When does adolescence come to an end in this regard? That's something I'd like to work on Pamper-Me Saturdays. Here's another thing I'd like to work on Pamper-Me Saturdays as I talk to the watch guru, the watch therapist, whatever you want to call him. Why can't I have a tolerance for larger collections? God knows I love watches, and I would love to have a tolerance for maybe 18 watches. That'd be nice, man. Why do I get so stressed by even having 7 watches, going out of my way to put this on my wrist today? This is ridiculous, man. I just wish I had a higher tolerance so I could just relax. Just wish I could relax more on Pamper-Me Saturday. And I wonder if my broken watch collector friends would have the same problems. I don't know. Oh boy, let's see. You know what? Here's another thing I wish I could do. I wish I could be Mr. One and Done. I wish I could just buy a nice watch. I don't care if it was $4,000, and I was just done. And I had the confidence that I would be done. I guess I could call that the rescue me watch. It would rescue me from the insanity and the intoxication. But I've come pretty close to spending that much. I have a beautiful SLA 055. I never thought of selling it, and but it wasn't a rescue watch. So I don't know, man. A one and done. Now here's the other thing. I would like to deal with on Pamper-Me Saturday. I'm not just concerned that I overthink about watches. I think about the way I think about watches, and I think about the way I think about the way I think about watches. I guess we could call this a meta-analysis. That's just way too much, man. And I have a suspicion that I may be someone who has to overthink things, or else I'm not happy. If it wasn't watches, it would be, well, I wish I were a novelist. I can't write novels, but what I envy about the novelist is that they have to think about what they're doing so much. And even when they're not thinking about it, when they're taking walks, their unconscious is kind of thinking about the novel. But I wrote some novels when I was younger, and they were abysmal. They were just terrible. I mean, funny premises and stuff. Maybe should have written for Saturday Night Live, but man, to sustain a novel, wow, that's disgusting. So I wish I didn't overthink. I think the watch guru on Pamper-Me Saturday would say, dude, just take your wife out, man. Have a date night with your wife. Well, that brings me to another thing. I'm tired of taking my wife out to nice restaurants, and I'm looking at my watch in the restaurant, and she's going, "Are you okay? What are you doing?" "I don't know. I'm just looking at my watch." I don't know. I'm tired of looking at my watch, and I'm tired of second guessing my choice on my date. Why am I wearing the tuna? How come I didn't wear the Wamara? It's disgusting. And by the way, where'd that cartoon voice come from? That's disgusting. That speaks to the end point of intoxication. I think you're turning into an infantile cartoon character. Yeah. All right. So I don't want to overthink my watch selections in restaurants. Oh, here's another thing I'd like to change. As a watch enthusiast, on Pamper-Me Saturday, I would like to learn how to move forward with my collecting. I'm tired of going backward, rebuying stuff, regretting things that I sold. Oh, I remember. I'm still tormented by selling my Tudor Black Bay 41. The gilt one. The one that Carlos sold me at quite a nice price. I freaked out, man, over those polished surfaces. It's a scratch magnet. And I think I even like the gilt one more than the new monochrome. Go figure. I mean, the new monochrome, people love it. People love the streamlined dimensions more. I don't know, man. I kind of miss the... I'm tired of moving backwards, though, man. It's got to stop. Moving backwards, living in moments frozen in time. That's not going to end well. I need help on Pamper-Me Saturday. Stop going backward. Speaking of the high polished surfaces on the Tudor Black Bay 41, wish I had a higher tolerance for watch scratches. I wish I didn't freak out so much. In fact, a lot of my watch buddies, they take their watch scratches with pride. And I don't know, man. I see a big scratch on a watch. It reminds me of a buddy of mine from the early 90s. He had this German Shepherd in Venice, California. German Shepherd had this giant tumor, man, like the size of a balloon in the back of its leg, man. And I go, "Hey, man, you gonna do something about your dog's tumor?" Because I was having anxieties just looking at it. He goes, "Oh, I took it to the vet. It's fatty tissue, mostly sebaceous oils. It's benign. It's fine. I mean, we're used to old Smokey with his giant tumor." And I couldn't even eat, man. When he had dinner, his wife served me. I was grossed out by the tumor. That's kind of how I am with scratched up watches. Maybe I better get that G-Shock for Cabo, man, to protect my other watches. Maybe I should get that Rangeman. See, the wheels of my brain are spinning as I make this video. Very interesting. Oh boy. Oh, here's another thing I'd like to do on Pamper-Me Saturday. I want to be the confident watch buyer. I want to be that dude, you know, when he goes to a restaurant, he goes, "I want the cheeseburger, triple decker with guac." And he knows what he wants, and he's happy, he's satisfied. And I kind of, I was admiring Carlos. He felt that way about his orange dial Doxa. You know, he got the what was it, the 300 sub. He got the expensive one, not even the T. The T's like 1800. I think his is like 2500. And then he ordered the Tudor Black Bay monochrome. I gotta have it to be happy. It's just who I am, and the way he accepts it. I wish I was like that, man. I want to be that confident dude who just buys a watch with that self-rectitude, with that certainty? Why am I always groveling in anxiety and guilt and second guessing and living in the past? It's disgusting. I almost feel like Pamper-Me Saturday would be like those broken misfits going to see the wizard for help, for big help. So here's another thing I'd like to stop doing as a broken watch collector. I'm tired of doing fake online research. What I mean by this is, I have a theory about, have you ever spent a couple days spending hours looking at watches on YouTube? And in your head, to flatter yourself, as opposed to castigating yourself, you say that I'm doing hard work, I'm doing research, yes. And I think when you do all that research, I put quotes around it, then you end up buying a watch because it's the fruits of your hard work. When in reality, I suspect 99% of the time we do that, it's a deflection, it's an avoidance of doing other things. And so I want to stop doing that. And my final request, if I was going to the watch guru on Pamper-Me Saturday for help in reinventing myself as a watch enthusiast, I would say, hey, dude, here's what I would like to stop doing. I'm tired of going down these discontentment silos where I'm craving all these watches and then I'm forgetting to enjoy and appreciate the watches I have. I'm tired of it. It's chafing me. It's wearing me out. It's fatiguing and it's old and I'm tired. It's a recurring event and I want to be able to learn from my mistakes. And I'm wondering what the watch guru would say on Pamper-Me Saturday as I go over these 10 things. I've imagined him saying, well, first of all, dude, that's a lot. You're asking me to do a lot. That's a heavy lift, McMahon. Those 10 things on one Pamper-Me Saturday, that's a heavy lift, McMahon. McMahon, here's the thing. Rome wasn't built in a day. So here's what we're going to do. Why don't we take baby steps? Let's do one thing at a time. You're not going to do all these 10 issues in one day. I mean, let's go back to your cereal scenario. You're making a realistic change that you can manage. You're quitting having a bowl of cereal in front of the TV at night. That's 400 calories. That's doable, and you're going to see progress from that, and that's going to feed more progress. I want you to start working on your watch hobby from that standpoint. Changing 10 things about your character in one day is a heavy lift, McMahon. So in any event, speaking of heavy lifting, do you guys relate to any of these flaws as a watch collector? Would you like to change some of these on Pamper-Me Saturday? Do you have any more to add to this list? I think it's pretty definitive. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I will keep you posted on the G-Shock madness. Whether or not I get nothing and just keep my 7 watches, we'll see, man. I'm trying to make maybe 1 or 2 of these types of essay videos a week. We'll see how it goes. I'm doing my best. And until next time, I'm out.